This video was digitized from my own personal collection of high film, and that's Guard Cutter Sherman, WHEC 720, and she was a 378-foot high-endurance cutter in the United States Coast Guard. And this is going to be helicopter operations in the Bering Sea, as you see there, in 2000, actually the 21st of April 2000. And here comes the Helo, and that's what it's going to be looking at right there. It's going to be watching that person in the yellow vest, the landing signal officer. And that's a MH-65 Dolphin helicopter coming in. And you can see it looks pretty choppy from that angle there at the Bering Sea. And it jumps around here as it's trying to find a good camera angle. This camera is mounted on the side of the helicopter hangar, and there's another one up on the flight deck, up on top of the Helo hangar. And as you can see, as the 65 comes in, it's getting the signal from the LSO to go ahead and land. And there's a circular grid, it's called a talon grid, right below where the helicopter's hovering, right where those two white lines intersect. And it can lower a cable down that grabs it and cinches it to the deck, which it did right there. And you could see the LSO is looking to see if it engaged, and he's giving the signal that it did. If it didn't, or if it didn't use the talon, if it was calmer out, they would send the tie down crew, which is right behind the LSO there, and they would go out and put on primary tie downs. But in rough weather, the talon's used. And also behind the LSO there is the firefighting detail. And as the helicopter winds down here, it says Sherman was a 378-foot high-endurance cutter, and it was home-ported out of Alameda, California. And when I was on it from 1999 to 2001, we primarily did we call an ALPAT. It's an Alaskan patrol, and they lasted about 2.5 to 3 months. And we would leave Alameda and then steam up the west coast, and then along the Aleutian Island chain there of Alaska, and patrol in the Bering Sea. And our port calls were usually Dutch Harbor, Adak, Juneau, Kodiak. And you can see the 65s wind down. This is the view from the camera up on top of the helicopter hangar. And whenever we did deploy on one of these patrols, we always embarked a helicopter, and we primarily did fisheries, law enforcement, and search and rescue. You see the Helo's winding down, and as soon as it does, since it has the that talon engaged, like I mentioned earlier, you don't need there's the crew member who's going to get out and he's going to look at it. Now the tie-down crew is going to saunter out there and put on their primary tie-downs. Yeah, it's always nice to have a Helo on board, especially when you're doing a search and rescue, and if you do have to get someone expedited to land. It's always nice to have. Yeah, just a great look at the Coast Guard High Endurance Cutter operating out in the Bering Sea in 2000 and landing a MH-65 Dolphin helicopter. I hope you enjoyed this bit of history. Try to upload military and patriotic videos to my site here, about every other day. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.